Can we turn it up? Tell him to turn it up. Tell him to turn it up. Good morning, everyone. We're going to go. Can y'all? Huh? Okay. We need to always check it. Hello? 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 We'll get it. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Yes? Okay. Good morning, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started this morning. Please get your attention. So this morning we are here, as we always are on Tuesday mornings, to gather in acknowledgement of individuals, businesses, organizations who make it a priority to positively impact our community by making a difference in people's lives. So at this time, we want to recognize an award-winning filmmaker, Matthew Thornton, here to my right. No, I'm just... Not yet, hold on. Matthew Thornton. So we want to recognize him for the work that he's done in filming the life of a world-renowned artist and a local. And Matthew's a native of Corpus Christi and a graduate of my alma mater, Flower Bluff High School, as well as Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. So his passion to create art through film led him to work as an actor, writer, teacher, and filmmaker. The film serves that he's created to make us aware of our surroundings and inspires us to pursue our own dreams regardless of the obstacles in our paths. We want to thank and recognize Matthew for this profound documentary, which you're going to hear a little bit about here in a moment, which also beautifully highlights our beautiful city of Corpus Christi. So this is a dual effort here. So Matthew, thank you for creating this documentary and putting all the effort and the work that you did into it. And now we have another special commendation for world-known artist Kent Olberg, and we have his beautiful wife with us here today, Mrs. Olberg. We want to thank you for sharing your talent and creative efforts that elevate our surroundings. As you well know, and I'm preaching to the choir, you know, the arts help form the core of a community, and they bring connectivity to all of us. So we have beautiful surroundings right here in Corpus Christi, where we call home, and so we want to thank you for adding to that and for staying in Corpus Christi and keeping your art a part of our beautiful city. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand over the microphone to Councilwoman Sylvia Campos, which is here with me to read commendations this morning.
Thank you, Mayor. Oh, what a day. All right. This certificate of commendation is awarded to Ken Olberg in recognition and appreciation. Ken Olberg is one of the world's foremost wildlife sculptors. A native of Sweden, Ken Olberg studied at the Swedish University College of Art in Stockholm and worked at museums in Germany, the Netherlands, France, Africa, Denver, and Denver, Colorado. After living in Botswana, Africa, for 7 years, he immigrated to the United States and made his home on Padre Island, Corpus Christi, Texas, over 40 years ago. In 1990, Ken Olberg's peers elected him a full academician, thus making him the first wildlife artist since John James Audubon to receive one of the greatest tributes in American art. In 2010, he received the Briscoe Legacy Awards as well as a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Society of Animal Artists in 2016. Best known for his monumental works executed for museums and municipalities across the globe, his installations are the largest bronze wildlife compositions ever done, spanning several city blocks. Both earned him the coveted Henry Herring Medal Award from the National Sculptor Society, New York City. His most recent monumental installation is Snow Macedon, a life-size bronze Macedon placed outside the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. Today, we commend Ken Olberg for choosing to pursue his passion and creative sculptures that grace the bayfront, greet us at the entrances of the Texas State Aquarium and Padre Island. Thank you for drawing us closer to nature. activating our imaginations and encouraging us to perceive more deeply the environment that surrounds us. You remind us of all that our beautiful city by the sea has to offer. On behalf of the city of Corpus Christi, thank you for sharing your gift of art and innovation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
So I'll just tell you quickly, I've known Kent and Vierla since I was a kid. My mom, she actually tutored their son in reading. And so I was really young, and before I understood the effect of art on a community or anything like that, I was awestruck by the fact that he gets to play with clay all day long. And he turns it into these massive sculptures for us to all enjoy, and for, you know, all of the things that were said in this commendation. But, you know, growing up and becoming a filmmaker, that's kind of been anybody who pursues the arts, a dream in the arts, is constantly faced with the pull of being told that it might be better if you just get a career that can pay. And a career for most people, you know, for better or worse, it ends up being a job, usually one that they work just hard enough not to get fired, and they get paid just enough not to want to quit. But in Kent's case, that wasn't an option, right? You know, he was told that he would never make a living as an artist or a sculptor of animals. And he stuck with his passion. He found his way around the world, and you've been doing it 46 years now, right?
Yeah.
So more than that. Well, full time.
Yeah, here.
Here. See? So I would say that the narrative of his life and the reason why we're making this film is really to address one question: what happens to a person when they choose to follow their dream? And so I'm thrilled as an artist myself to get to share that with you, and you can certainly keep up. My wife brought a card with some QR codes. You can see the trailer and sign up and follow along and keep up with the progress of the film.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, thank you, Madam Mayor, and the City Council for taking care of my favorite city in the world. And my wife and I, we lived all over the world. And I want to tell you quickly when I came to Corpus, how I came to Corpus Christi. We lived in Denver at the time, and I had an exhibition at the Cowboy Hall of Fame in Oklahoma City. And we decided to drive down and take a look. We heard that Texas actually had a coast. So we decided to drive down and take a look. And we drove and drove, and then we drove over the harbor bridge. And we saw the smiling bay. And I grew up in a little fishing village on an island in the North Sea. My heart just went boom, boom, boom. And we drove around, and we drove out to the island. And an immediate right turn on Aquarius Street, there was a house for sale. And we put our money down. And then we drove back to Denver and wondered, what the hell have we done? And it's the best thing we ever did. We raised 2 boys here, and it's perfect. And they went to Flower Bluff with a great teacher. And thank you so much for this honor. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Yes, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. You're so sweet. We'll take a picture. Thank you. Oh,
Thank
here,
you so much.
Absolutely, it's an honor. It's an honor, Ms. Bennett. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Holt. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yes. Yes. And they. Okay. Oh, let me sit here. Oh, thank you. It's an honor. On this part, this is the part that okay. Thank you so much. So our next proclamation highlights economic development and the measures taken to ensure that our community continues to thrive for future generations. And of course, we have our team here that we work very closely with. Mike Culbertson, we're all used to seeing him, and Sarah. So thank y'all for being here. So your job is critical, as you all know, to the well-being of any community. So with that, I'm going to hand this over to Councilwoman to read.
All right, thank you. What an honor. All right, whereas, proclamation. The Corpus Christi Regional Economic Development Corporation serves the coastal bend region of Aransas, Nueces, and San Patricio counties. And whereas the Corpus Christi Regional Economic Development Corporation provides leadership and excellence in economic development for coastal bend communities. Our investors and stakeholders through our business recruitment and business retention and expansion programs, advisory services, and research economic trends, research publications and events, and public policy advocacy. And whereas the economic developers promote economic well-being and quality of life for their communities by creating, retaining, and expanding jobs that facilitate growth, enhance wealth, and provide a stable tax base. And whereas economic developers stimulate and incubate entrepreneurism, okay, I'll have to slide that by that one, in order to help establish the next generation of new businesses, which is a hallmark of the American economy. And whereas the economic developers attract and retain high-quality jobs, develop vibrant communities, and improve the quality of life in their regions. And whereas economic developers work in Corpus Christi within the state of Texas.
So now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim May the 8th through the 12th of 2023 Economic Development Week in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I remind individuals of the importance of this community celebration, which supports expanding career opportunities and making lives better. So thank you both for everything that you do.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's been an honor working with this group. You can imagine over the last 11 years, we've attracted $57.4 billion. If we were a state, we'd be tied with Georgia for 8th. And we do this through partnerships with the city. We don't give incentives. Cities do, counties do. You know, and we appreciate this and everything that the city does in our partnership. Yesterday, we saw the point 4 where Tesla opened its lithium-ion plant, well, did the groundbreaking, and that's where we start to do diversification. As we start moving the energy sources from oil and gas, and it'll be around for a long time, don't think it's going away, but you know, into batteries, into hydrogen, and we just look forward to working with the city and working with other governments to build and continue to build, you know, this great city. Thank you very much, Mayor. Yes. And then,
Thank you. And we really, truly, that it is a great announcement, but we have to thank this group, and there are more behind these two, because it is the work that they did that brought Tesla to this region. So let's not forget that. Thank you for everything you did to bring Tesla to this region. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, our next proclamation acknowledges National Preservation Month and what our community can do to preserve our beautiful city for years to come. And so this is very important because we have an entire team, and of course I have to give a shout out to the latest project, which is the Ritz Theater being restored. I'm sure you've all heard about it. So our Ritz Theater, which is how many seats is it? 1,200 seat theater. One day, mark my words, we're all going to be able to go to the Ritz, watch a show or a concert, and sit in what used to be 1920s 1929, 1930s. It's the plan is for it to be restored back to what it used to be. So I'm very excited, as you can tell, about that project. But this today is about our preservation team, and that goes beyond the Ritz. That goes to so many things that you'll hear about here in one moment.
Well, before I say that, I just have to have a personal note. I have a friend that was in 1973 chosen by Bruce Springsteen, who played at the Ritz Theater. And I'm also a big fan of Bruce Springsteen, so that was something else. So anyway, I'm so honored to read this proclamation to you. Whereas the city of Corpus Christi has several nationally registered landmarks, state of the Texas landmarks, and local landmarks worth saving, visiting, and celebrating. And whereas historic preservation is an effective resource to promote heritage, tourism, economic development, and revitalize our community character. And whereas it is important to acclaim the role of history in our lives and the contributions made by dedicated individuals in helping preserve the heritage that has assisted in shaping the nation, both urban and rural, and for all Americans, regardless of backgrounds. And whereas during the month of May 2023, visit a museum dedicated to history, walk around a historic neighborhood, explore historic downtown, and encourage the importance of rehabilitation work in your community. And whereas the Landmark Commission will participate in National Preservation Month by sponsoring a historic photo contest featuring the city's undiscovered treasures and presenting historic preservation awards on May the 25th to acknowledge local and preservation efforts.
And now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor, yeah, not the city, as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim May of 2023 National Preservation Month in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I encourage all citizens, groups, and organizations to join in recognizing the contributions made to preserve Corpus Christi's past for future generations. Who would like to speak?
Just real quick, Chairman Armando Mendez with the Landmark Commission. Just want to say thank you for the continued support from the city and the community on helping us just kind of take care of our rich history so that way our future generations can enjoy it as much as we have. So I'm not going to bore anybody more with my words, so I'm going to let some of the other guys speak if they would like.
Hi, I'm Monica Sawyer. I'm president of Corpus Christi Patch, which is the nonprofit Restoring the Ritz, and I am so proud to have some amazing updates. This is a pivotal moment in our history for the Ritz and also for Corpus Christi. We have officially hired an executive director at the end of last year, and as of April 26th, I'm proud to say that the restoration is officially underway. We've hired 5 teams of professionals to come down from all over the country, some of which have restored some of the finest theaters in the country, including the Majestic Theater in San Antonio and the Plaza in El Paso, which is like a bigger version of the Ritz. And so we're just so excited, and stay tuned because you're going to be hearing a lot about the Ritz coming up. And go to our website, ccritz.com, to find out more.
Hello, my name is Sam Kep-Stemplinger. I'm the marketing director for the USS Lexington Museum. A few of you may be familiar with us. And so the USS Lexington is the nation's longest serving Essex class carrier. And so thank you to our city and community for allowing us to preserve a memorial to those who served and sacrificed for our community and our nation, as well as sharing with our younger generations pride and patriotism.
Thank you, Samantha. Oh, no, we're going to just jump in here. I don't want to go up front. I'm right here. Thank you. We're super short on time. I can say a couple of things, but we're super short on time.
Well,
Good morning. I'm Lel Arendella, representing two organizations here, the North Beach Association and the Filipino American Association. We will have a clean up drive on May 20 in reference to this Preservation Month, because first thing to do is to clean up the area. And we are, in our simple way, we will do it for the city.
Okay. Thank you, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Great. So our next proclamation highlights the enormous contributions that nurses in our community make. The Tamu CC College of Nursing provides quality care, excellence, and professionalism to patients of all ages. So now we'll invite them in and read the proclamation.
All right, let's go. The City of Corpus Christi Proclamation. Whereas Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi is a premier institution of higher education dedicated to providing an unparalleled commitment to student success, developing professionals, and engaged leaders, closing achievement gaps as a Hispanic and minority-serving institution, and providing intellectual capital through research, creative activity, innovation for South Texas, the Gulf of Mexico, and beyond. And whereas the TAMU CC College of Nursing and Health Sciences is committed to promoting an inclusive, learner-centered, and caring environment that facilitates student success and engagement in a global context, delivering nationally recognized evidence-based educational programs that serve a diverse student population. The college sets clinical standards of excellence in healthcare and actively advances scholarly research and leadership. These activities are fostered in a collaborative, interprofessional, and multicultural learning community. And whereas the TAMU CC College of Nursing and Health Sciences is committed to enriching lives, advancing healthcare, one islander at a time. And whereas May 6th through the 12th, 2023 marks National Nurses Week to honor those who serve society as nurses and the complex and expanding role nurses play in our healthcare system.
So now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim May the 6th through the 12th of 2023 National Nurses Week in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I encourage all citizens to thank nurses for their contributions and sacrifices and acknowledge all medical professionals who contribute to the health and well-being of our community. We cannot thank you enough. What you do is just... it's beyond. It truly is. I always say you guys are angels, because lives are literally put in your hands, and we have to trust that you are taking care of our loved ones or ourselves, and you do. So thank you for everything you do. You're truly a godsend, and your gifts are just so special, because not anyone can do what you do. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mayor, for this wonderful presentation. As the, I have the privilege of serving as the Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, and I'm blessed and honored to work with a group of faculty and staff and leading, serving the community and area with wonderful graduates, and we have some of our students here today. So we thank you so much for your support. We're part of this community, and we are proud to be part of the community. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, City Councilman, for your support. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yes, ma'am.
So grateful to you
Yes,
all.
ma'am.
Thank you. So grateful. Yes.
It's good to see you. Thank you. Good to see you.
Yes, thank you for all you do. Yes, of course. Thank you. Okay, now, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, the police man. I love them so much. Good. Yes, Michael. I spoke with. Yeah. And so our last proclamation in 2 minutes. Our last proclamation recognizes the best of the best. I love them. The best of the best. And this is National Peace Officers. Well, maybe I should wait. Hold on. Everybody get in line. Come on. Okay, let's. Leon, yes. Okay, all right, we're in. Everybody. Y'all are not like the Blue Angels. The Blue Angels are like, boom, they just get in line. They are. Okay, Chief Markle, how are you? Good to see you. All right. So this proclamation recognizes national peace officers and police officers for the tremendous work that they do, making certain that our citizens in our country stay safe. And so it's, everybody knows this is my favorite group. And you guys are the best of the best. So thank you for everything that you do every single day, especially when we have events such as Buck Days. And so much is required. So it doesn't go unnoticed. We do not take you for granted. I've said this for 7 years now. This council, the past council, and every council will keep you a priority and continue to. We believe in what you do. And again, we don't take you for granted. Thank you for everything you do. So I'm going to go ahead and read this proclamation here. Whereas the police officers of America have worked devotedly and selflessly on behalf of the people of this country, regardless of the peril or hazard to themselves. And whereas police officers have safeguarded the lives and property of their fellow Americans, by the enforcement of our laws, these same officers have given our country internal freedom from fear of violence, civil disorder that is presently affecting other nations. These men and women, by their patriotic service and their dedicated efforts, have earned the gratitude of our entire nation. And whereas the City of Corpus Christi Police Department is recognizing these courageous fallen heroes who have given the ultimate sacrifice for the citizens of our community. So now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the City of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim May the 15th of 2023 National Peace Officers Memorial Day, and May the 14th through the 20th of 2023 National Police Officers Week in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I encourage all citizens to show their appreciation to the police officers of our city and take a moment to remember these officers, the officers who have given their lives in the line of duty.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all so much. We appreciate that. We are truly blessed to work in this community with this local leadership, with this city management. We have a blessing unlike other cities around this nation, and we don't take that for granted either. So thank you all so much for what you give and what you continue to do to support us, our firefighter brethren in the back, also wonderful first responders, and we love you all dearly. This week, starting May 15th, and the week of, is to remember those officers who have given their life in the line of duty. And it's as simple as that. Officers who have risked all for the unknown, for people that they've never met before, and have laid down their lives for the order of the good, right? So we appreciate you all recognizing that. We appreciate you, Mayor, for this proclamation. And we hope that you join us just by turning on a blue light, putting a blue light in your porch light, if you will, over the next week. Remember, National Police Memorial Week is the 15th and the week surrounding that. So this year it'll go 15th to the 21st. So if you can put a blue porch light in or however you want to show support, we would appreciate that greatly. There you go.
Thank you, Chief Markle. Thank you. I'm glad you brought up the blue light. I forgot about that. Ernest! Love y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Love you guys.